Hello, I filmed this right after my last video, so that's why I'm wearing the same thing. And with the group stage wrapped up yesterday, feels like it took forever, to be honest. It's time for us to look back upon our previous work and see if we were football geniuses, or if some teams f***ed up our predictions. What's up? I'm Adrian and welcome to Rabona TV and a special non-footballing day edition of World Cup Daily. As you know by now, I'm going to be reacting to my predictions from my tournament preview videos, as well as dig up some of your comments to react to those along the way. And hey, here's the wager. If I get this 80% correct, you give the video a like. Or if you're new around here, you hit that subscribe button. But only if you enjoy the content, obviously. Don't subscribe if you didn't like it, that's stupid. Deal? And if I get less, then you just don't have to do any of that shit. Without further ado though, let's get into it, starting with Group A, and I'll pass it off to one of my co-hosts. Take it away. All right, so how will it play out? I think that Uruguay should be able to top this group quite easily. Emphasis on the should. I also think that the disorder surrounding the Saudi team will be a problem for them, and they will finish at the bottom of the group, unfortunately. Well, okay, not a terrible start. My main focus here is to get the top two right, and that's what counts. But just a quick word on the Saudis. Their first match, they looked completely disorganized and just generally confused on the pitch. As for Uruguay, hey, they topped the group with a perfect record and without conceding a goal. So I'd say that's comfortable. And a point for Adrian. Russia will have the support of the nation behind them, which goes a long way in tournaments like this. And for me, I think that will be enough for them. The return of Salah will be a little too late for Egypt, as they will finish third, and Russia will finish in second, thanks to wins over Saudi Arabia and Egypt. I mean, that's not bad, right? Salah too late? Totally. And Egypt was just generally not good enough across all positions. Russia getting wins over Egypt and Saudi Arabia? Got it. Man, there were a few people actually who commented on this video saying it's whack to think that Russia will make it through, but hey! How you like me now? Alright, we are 1/8 of the way finished, and 2 for 2 with the predictions so far. Roll on to Group B. So, will Morocco or Iran be able to pip Portugal or Spain to claim second in the group? Oh god, past Adrian, what are you doing? We started so well. I think that Spain will top the group, and then the fight for second will be between Morocco and Portugal, with Portugal just managing to slip through. Don't completely count out Iran though, as Carlos Queiroz will relish the opportunity to beat his former team, Portugal. Oh, well, hey, that's actually not bad at all. That's spot on. That's what we call a perfect. Now, let's make some corrections though. Spain did top the group, though not as easily as I would have expected, with just a 1-0 win and 2 draws. Portugal had the exact same record, but looked even more unconvincing. For me, the top performers of this group were Morocco, though they clearly weren't complete performances as they were just lacking in the goal department. They outplayed Spain, Portugal, and Iran, but couldn't score goals. Special mention to Iran as well, as they were within inches of eliminating Portugal, and they had 2 close opportunities to equalize against Spain. Okay, 4 for 4 so far when it comes to the top 2 teams. I even had the top 2 in the right order for the first 2 groups. Now, we move on to Group C, where everyone's opinions were split. What did I have to say about that? Overall, I think that France will have been happy with this draw, but it won't exactly be a cakewalk for them. Well, it definitely wasn't a cakewalk for them, as France just sort of underperformed when you look at the players they have at their disposal. That, of course, for me, is down to Didier Deschamps. You have Lamar and Dembele on the bench against Peru, and your starting left winger is Blaise Matuidi. Your starting left winger is Blaise Matuidi? Okay, cool. Ultimately, I think both Australia and Peru will fall just short, with France and Denmark moving on to the knockout round. You see that? You see that? You take another look at those standings. 100% correct, my friend. Perfect. I just want to say a thank you to Peru for defeating Australia on the final match day in order for my standings dreams to become a reality. Not that I dream of Peru topping Australia, that would be a weird thing for a Portuguese-Canadian kid to wish for, but I wonder how this user is feeling after the group stage when he told me to take an L for not predicting Peru would go through and delete my channel. I'm sorry, man, but it looks like I'm going to have to hang on to my channel. I was about to delete it if Peru made it through, but they didn't, unfortunately. Anyways, let's see what's up in Group D. Adrian? This is one of the weirdest and maybe weakest Argentinian teams I've seen in a while. I mean, I think most people would have agreed, except for We Speak WWE, as he was keeping the belief alive, even going so far as to saying the team was better than in 2014. Well, with that in mind, what did past Adrian have to say regarding Argentina and their chances? I've read columns by people that think that Argentina won't in fact make it out of the group, but I think that's going a little too far. Are they overwhelmingly convincing? No, not at all. And there is, of course, room for an upset in this really competitive group. For me, however, they'll make it out alongside... Man, that's a tough one. But I think Nigeria will make it out as well. No! No! The first cut is the deepest. And after 4 groups, we have our first error. I thought Croatia were going to underperform. We all know about the quality that they boast across the park, but I just thought they would underperform in the tournament once again. That was the opposite of the case, however, and they smashed all comers. Except for Iceland, they didn't really smash them. Nigeria going through? Damn, man. It was so close. If Marcos Rojo hadn't saved Argentina, I mean, I still would have had only 1 for 2 because it would have been at the expense of Argentina, so hey. But still, I wanted to see at least one African team in the knockout rounds. But we move on to Group E, a tasty little group consisting of Brazil, Switzerland, Serbia, and Costa Rica, and past Adrian, the floor is yours. But the Swiss are an extremely well-organized side defensively. Oh shit, new video, new wardrobe, continue. I think the Swiss will just manage to squeak their way into a second-placed finish right behind Brazil, who will top the group with relative ease. Keyword, relative. This will be a really tight group though, as Serbia, Switzerland, and Costa Rica are all more than capable of defeating each other on any given day. Now that's that shit I do like right back to 100% accuracy, my man. Top 2 teams, check. Standings correct, got him.
Got him.
Count it. Another.
Perfect.
And for the most part, it was just relative ease for Brazil as they struggled against Switzerland a bit, which is a credit to Switzerland, and it took them the full 90 minutes to get the winning goal against Costa Rica. One thing's for sure, the more matches they've played, the better they've been. And Switzerland, on the other hand, well, I was pretty familiar with them being in the same group as Portugal in qualifying, so I knew exactly what they were like. They don't score for fun, but they make the match miserable for their opposition, and it's quite effective. So our score is currently sitting at 9 out of 10 after 5 groups, and as we move on to Group F, I begin to fear for my predictions. Alas, tell me what you thought, Adrian. With Sonaldo, aka Sung Heung-min, leading a pacey attack, Korea could shock a few of their fellow Group F combatants. Okay, first of all, and once and for all, can someone please explain to me in the comments whether it's Heung-min Son or Son Heung-min? The Korean names confuse me as to which you are supposed to say first because everyone says something different. Well, one or the other. It was the same situation with Ji-sung Park back in the day. Ji-sung Park, Park Ji-sung. Which one is it? And number 2, well, someone certainly shocked their fellow Group F combatants, am I right? Germany? Anyway, get to the prediction. But ultimately, they'll finish at the bottom of the group, with Sweden in 3rd, Mexico in 2nd, and Germany topping the group. Damn it. Okay, besides David Vujanich, I don't think many people out there predicted that Germany would be out after the group stage. So you know what? I'm okay with taking the L on that one. I got Mexico right, so I'm still at 10 for 12, but hey, that's not bad at all. Sort of like Sweden wasn't at all bad in this tournament, topping the group and slamming Mexico. Also, they could have had a point against Germany if they had just taken the ball to the corner. But I mean, who cares? Because in the end, they're through in 1st place, and Germany is out in last place. So like I said, 10 for 12 so far, and while I'm okay with it, I'm not mega happy about it. So let's bring on Group G and see if we can improve that percentage. I think Belgium will make it out of this group without a doubt, likely topping it. England will grab 2nd, and Tunisia will just edge Panama for 3rd. Yes, Adrian, that's a great response to the disappointment of your Group F predictions. Great bounce back ability, which is extremely important in sports and in predicting things as well. Again, top 2, got him. Nailed the standings. We call that a
perfect.
Indeed. And Tunisia did, in fact, just edge Panama in the standings and in the match they played, winning it 2-1 to take 3rd place for themselves. By the way, again, how weird was that England versus Belgium match? Both teams trying to just perform, while the players on the pitch were internally self-interested and wanted to put in a good performance to hopefully move themselves up in the pecking order. I think that match is best summed up as a massive footballing. Okay, the final group. This is where it gets very difficult. Past Adrian, for the final time, what do you have to say? I think it's fair to say that this is one of the most talented Polish sides in a long time, however. Oh god, this is a bad start. They should be able to make it out of the group stage in second place behind Colombia, with Senegal in third and Japan in fourth. Okay, well, at least I got Colombia in first correct. But damn, was this group ever as much of a headache as I thought it would be. I should have switched Japan and Poland around, but honestly, who would have thought that this Polish team would be so bad? They crushed their qualification campaign with Lewandowski as the most potent striker in all of qualifying. 16 goals. I mean, I guess the qualification group wasn't that difficult, but still, they were shocking at this World Cup. And Senegal. Oh, Senegal. I'm sad I was wrong about that one because I so wanted to see them go through. Sure, I predicted that they wouldn't, but that doesn't mean that I didn't want it. Colombia did have me worried, but they have so much quality and it just got them over the line in the end. Well, that's it. The final number for me, 13 out of 16. That's 81.25%. Hey, remember the wager? With Croatia, Japan, and Sweden being the 3 teams that made it that I didn't correctly predict. Oh, and I also got a perfect score for getting the standings correct in 4 out of the 8 groups. That's not bad. Hey, maybe old Adrian knows a thing or two about football after all, huh? And what do you know about football? More specifically, how did your predictions go? Don't be shy and do not lie. Because as I always say, there's no point in lying in order to look cool on the internet. Be sure to let me know in the comments section how many you got right out of 16 and how many perfect scores you got, aka how many groups that you nailed the standings. 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'm Adrian, I appreciate you watching this video, and be sure to join me for my round of 16 predictions video tomorrow. It's me up against my cat to see who knows more. Take care.